I'm okay. It's recording. I'm back, and my phone was ringing because stupid insurance companies. But yeah, as you can see here, uh, I'm doing what if Naruto was what if Naruto had the power of the GTA 5 protagonist? Now, I actually thought somebody made this before, but I was wrong. Nobody that I don't. There's no knowledge. I don't have any knowledge that anybody has made a what if like this. Probably has been. I mean, if there's Naruto, if there's Naruto what ifs about Naruto being a girl, but never mind. There's plenty of those. If there's Naruto what ifs about what if Naruto could read? I don't know. What if Naruto couldn't read or something like that? Then there's probably some like this. But from my knowledge, I'm the first one to do this. But I don't care. It doesn't matter. Okay? But yeah, I still want to give credit to them though, because they still make some good what ifs. Hopefully they're doing okay. And that is Naruto the Jokage. Now, if you heard of me, you heard of Naruto the Jokage. One of the greats in the anime what if community. I didn't even know what I was meant to say. But let me actually show you that person. Now, if you don't know them, here's their channel. They haven't uploaded in like a month or so, but whatever. That's him. I hope he does upload. I kept saying they. But like then again. Yeah. But he uploads. So go subscribe to his channel. I'm subscribed to him on my other account. Like I said, I'm not planning on subscribing to anybody on my what if account. But yeah. That's just me. But and let me let me stop with all the filler conversation, and like I say, in every what if, you got a what if you want to recommend me doing, comment down below. And that Shield Hero what if, not surprisingly, I haven't got to watching it. I just keep forgetting. And then when I make a what if, I realize that I gotta make that what if. But then I forget. I don't know. I'm sorry. But like I said, if it don't come out, it's because I keep forgetting to watch the anime. It's not like the anime is even long either. It's like 24 episodes. I just keep forgetting. But yeah, let me actually get into this. What if? Sorry for that, but like I said, in that I'm sure I made, I've actually had the cold and I've been sick since like Wednesday, and I'm still a little bit sick, so that's why you may hear me. Well, that wasn't stable at all, but that's why you may hear me cough, or that's why I may pause the video a lot. But you guys would probably not even realize that I paused it. But like I said, it's probably why I would sniffle a lot or cough a lot, and that's why my voice sounds like this. But yeah. Now, let's actually get into what if. But the premise of this what if is that, well, Naruto has the powers of the GTA 5 protagonist. No, I didn't say just the GTA protagonist. Actually, should have put their names in, but that would have took so much space. I'm going to say the GTA 5 protagonist. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you play GTA 5, this is Trevor, Michael, and Franklin. Franklin's the black guy. Trevor is the guy right here, the cuckoo. And Michael is right here, the smart guy. And you guys probably heard of GTA. If you haven't played it, you probably heard of it. It's the biggest piece of entertainment in the world. It's sold it hasn't sold 6 billion copies, but it has made 6 billion, okay? It's made Rockstar a lot of money, so that's why they're milking GTA Online a lot. But the powers that Naruto will have is actually respawn. Yeah, You know how in GTA 5 when you die, you respawn, even though your injuries may be grave, like you literally got multiple bullet holes, you respawn perfectly fine, or you were literally exploded to death, you died in a car accident, you're perfectly fine. You know, he can respawn at like the nearest medical camp or whatever, because that's where they respawn in GTA 5. Because in online you respawn like a bit further away from where you died at. So, but in single player, in story mode, you respawn at a hospital, the nearest hospital. So yeah, the nearest medical camp there is, he respawns there. Even if it's an enemy medical camp, he respawns. Okay, and you know he has their powers. He can respawn. He can Wait, I said that. I already said he can respawn. He can pause. He can slow down time while on foot, or as long as he's not in a. He can slow down time whether he's in a vehicle or not in a vehicle. I mean, he can only slow down time in cars and motorcycles. He just can't slow down time on You know what? Let's just make him able to just slow down time in general, okay? Since Michael can slow down time on foot, and Franklin can slow down time in vehicles, so he can just slow down time, okay? That's it. No matter where he is, he can slow down time. And since there's no such thing as vehicles in the Naruto verse, he can just slow down time, so it doesn't really matter. He can also, become invincible, and his damage is increased twofold. That's Trevor's power. It makes him invincible, and his power is increased twofold. I'm pretty sure. And you can probably tell when you play single player, when you're shooting an NPC down, they just go down way faster. I mean, they go down fast either way, but when you're shooting an enemy NPC, they go down way faster when you're using Trevor's power. And, Trevor's invincible to every single thing except for ragdolling, I think. But we're just going to take that weakness out. And, Naruto's just going to be able to be invincible. And he's going to be able to do double damage. And, as he gets older and he uses his powers more, his time with the powers increases. Just like in the game, the more you use your powers, the more you can use them. The more you use the powers, the longer you can use them for. So, yeah. And he has basically no limit to how long he can use his powers once, like, what I mean by that is that, he can continue to grow the time limit of his powers. His time limit can continue to grow. So, like, in the GTA games, I think it's like, your power lasts like 30 seconds or something. His power time can continue to grow from 30 seconds to 45 seconds to a minute. It can just grow on forever. It just grows forever. As long as he continues to train with it and continues to use with it, it grows forever. And that's really because of his genes, and because he has Kurama in him. And because he has Kurama in him, he will actually have a pretty good head start with his powers. He will actually have the max that the characters have with their powers in the game. But like I said, his power infinitely grows on. He can infinitely grow his time limit with his power. And yeah, he can also, I'm going to make it so that he can also infinitely grow the efficiency of his powers. So he'll be able to slow down time more and more. And he'll be able to do more damage the more he uses the GTA powers. And he'll also have the power to store infinite items, including snacks. And that is actually coming from GTA Online, because you cannot store snacks in single player. But hey, I wanted to add something from GTA Online. But yeah, because I said, but yeah, he can store infinite items because they can store basically thousands of bullets, and those are, you don't understand how heavy guns and bullets are. They're carrying like hundreds to thousands of pounds casually and able to run around, do all that crazy stuff with all that ammo and stuff on them. So Naruto will be able to do that as well. And he won't have a use for, scrolls and stuff because of that. Like I said, he's going to have their powers. He's going to have literally everything they can do. So yeah, that's it for the run. That's a rundown. That I know that took a long time, but yeah, I just wanted to explain. Like, I want the first parts of my new what ifs now to explain what's gonna happen. So that's why the first parts are gonna be pretty short. They're not going to be pretty short. They're not going to be like 12 minutes long. I don't like those, they're not going to be 12 minutes long, okay? But, they're going to be shorter than the future parts, hopefully. Because it's just to show what's the power is going to be about. And what if it's going to be about in the premise of all that stuff. Now, I was actually trying to do in, What If Naruto Was Trained by Saitama. I was actually trying to make him side with the Leaf Village, but you guys can probably tell from how that changed in part 3, how I changed that very quick because I do not remember what happened in the last part. That won't happen, hopefully, in this part. And this what if in the future ones going on, where I intend to have, so Naruto's on the side of the Leaf Village. Hopefully I won't just change my mind and he, wants to destroy it. Because that's going to get old real fast. I mean, unless I, come up with interesting ideas, it's going to get old real fast, and you guys are not going to like it. So he's going to be on the side of the Leaf this time. Now, everything goes to canon, nothing really changes, because Naruto can't use his powers. Well, actually he can. He doesn't have Kurama, but he still is able to use his powers. Like I said, because of his genes, it's actually going to be at max. And actually, because of Kurama, sorry for the noise, but because of Kurama, his cooldown is going to be quick. It's going to be instant. And the more he uses his power, the faster his cooldown is, till it's basically non-existent. And by the time it'll be like non-existent when he's like 12, like after he graduates from the academy, his cooldown will be non-existent. So he can basically just spam the attack. So like, let's say Pain didn't have a cooldown on his Shinra Tensei, or his Almighty Push, and he didn't have a cooldown on his Universal Pull. He could just spam it. It would be pretty OP, wouldn't it? So yeah, with Kurama, he'll be able to spam it. But what happens is when he gets it, when his father, sorry if you guys can't hear me, but what happens when his father, Minato, is about to seal it inside of him, Naruto accidentally uses Trevor's powers, and when he's squeezing Minato's hand, Minato realizes that it's hurting way more than before. Like, it's 2 times worse than before. I just winked there, but it's hurting. It's hurting. It's like double the pain. He's stronger somehow, and Minato, he smacks Naruto away. He's like, "Oh shoot, what did I do? It hurt, but I wasn't thinking straight, and I accidentally hurt him." And then he sees Naruto just perfectly fine, no bruises, nothing. And he smacked Naruto pretty hard, okay? He went ham. I don't know why he did it, but he smacked Naruto pretty hard. Probably because he was in a lot of pain. Babies, some babies hurt. And imagine, some of those babies times 2. Their power times 2. That must hurt. So you smacked him pretty hard. And I was like, wait, okay, I know that was an accident. I didn't mean to smack him hard, and I'm actually pretty happy that he's not hurt too much. But I'm, he's happy that he didn't hurt his son too much, but he's still surprised that his son is perfectly fine. Like, his son didn't even feel that. His son just tanked that, bro. And Naruto's just like laughing in his face, and he's like, "What? Did he just tank that? Was that nothing to him? What was that?" And then the power wears down, and Naruto goes back into crying again. Because when he's in that state, Naruto, when he's in that state, he's mad. That's how Trevor usually is when he's in this state. He's usually very angry. So Naruto was actually mad. He was, he wasn't crying. He was yelling, hollering. And then I was like, what the heck? He's angry now. And he didn't take no damage. Even though I didn't put all my effort into that. I didn't even put a lot. But still, that should have hurt him a little bit. But he's perfectly fine and he's angry? What is this? Is this some type of joke? But yeah, that's basically it. And then Minato just steals Kurama into Naruto. And, they say Minato, Kuchina say the last words. They should have built their chakra into Naruto. Just in case, he tries to break the seal. And all that and stuff happens in canon. And we just skip, we just time skip. Now Naruto, when he gets chased by the villagers, he would slow down time. Like, I'm actually make it so that is what if he can combine his powers? I should have never added Franklin. Franklin's powers are basically useless. There's no vehicles in the Naruto what if. In the Naruto universe. Except for in Naruto, but nobody really does, nobody really goes that deep. Nobody really goes that far into the timeline. They usually stop at Shippuden, and that's it. But yeah. Naruto, he sometimes... I'm going to actually make it so that... I was trying to say that. I'm actually going to make it so that he can combine his powers. So he can slow down time and become invincible and do double the damage. Now, he slows down time for like 30 seconds. And he has Kurama in him. Pause. So, he has Kurama sealed in him. So his cooldown is basically non-existent. So he just he keeps spamming it. Like I said, I know it's going to be OP, but that's what the point of it, what it is. So when and since, his cooldown is now existent and he's just spamming it. Now, the powers, they don't use your stamina up at all. I'm actually going to nerf him a bit. So it uses a bit of his chakra, but, he's an Uzumaki, so he's kind of stacked on chakra, so he doesn't really notice. You know what? Never mind. It doesn't take away the character's stamina, so I'm going to take away his chakra. I'm going to take away his stamina, So, he basically just spam it with no repercussions at all, because he has Kurama sealed in him. And since he's spamming both powers by accident, because he's scared but angry that the people are chasing him, he's spamming both powers, increasing the damage for Trevor's power and increasing increasing in the time limit. And since he gets chased around so much, the time limit is basically infinite. The cooldown, it doesn't even get the cooldown, like I said, because Kurama's sealed in him. But it usually doesn't even get to reach the cooldown a lot, because he spams it so much, to the point where the time limit is like 1 hour. Now, he can turn it off when he feels like he's safe. Since, you can do that in the game. You can just turn it off. So, yeah, don't worry. He can turn it off. He won't just be in slow motion for the rest of his life. He can turn it off. But he was getting chased down by the villagers one particular day. And he actually hadn't used his powers. But I just wanted to, give a rundown of what's going to happen every time he gets chased by villagers. Yeah, he was running down, away from I'm about to say away from alleys. He was running away from villagers, and he was like, "Why are they doing this? Why are they chasing me?" He was mad, and he activated both of his powers. the Trevor and Frankler. Trevor and Michael ones. Since he basically can't really use the Franklin ones. Let's say that when he gets into a vehicle of any sort, like let's say when he's on a horse, it slows down time, okay? So let's say when he's just on a horseback, it slows down time. So yeah. Just so we can get some use out of Franklin's power, since it's gonna be basically useless in this what if, since the Naruto characters are usually always on foot every time they fight. So yeah. Now he uses powers and he's like realizing that they're way slower now, and he's like, he's slower too, but he doesn't feel like he's slowing down. It's kind of like the Sharingan, The powers are basically like the Sharingan, except for the fact that they can't see the chakra coils and they can't slow down. They can't, copy, I don't know what I'm saying. They can't copy jutsu. It's basically like the Sharingan. It has the Sharingan power where it can slow down time. That's basically what it can do. And he can react better. So he's gonna be a good enemy to people like Kakashi. He's gonna be a good rival, since the fact that he could basically slow down time in his perspective. So it's like he has Sharingan, but he doesn't have one. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, he slowed down time, and like I said earlier on, it's actually gonna be a bit better than the Sharingan's ability to slow down time. Well, to slow down the user's perception. I didn't know the word, but I got it. It's actually going to slow down the user's perception of time, not not time itself. It's just the user's perception. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to clear that up, because I kept saying it's going to slow down time. No, it's just going to slow down Naruto's perception of time, just like how the Sharingan does. But like I said, the more he uses the power, and like since he has Kurama sealed inside of him, he can just spam it. So the more he uses it, the more that time is slowed down. Like let's say that it's been halved. So like a second to everybody else is like half a second to Naruto right now. And since he keeps spamming it over and over and over and over and over again, and he's been chased by the villagers for like 10 minutes now, and the cooldown, thing is, since he has Kurama suit inside of him, because of his genes, it's 30 seconds, and then it goes to a minute, then it goes to 1 minute, 30 seconds, to 2 minutes, and so on and so forth. So it just it doesn't double. I'm gonna make it double. It's 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 4 minutes. It just doubles. Okay. So yeah. Wait, no. I said it increases by 15 seconds. My bad. I see, my memory is bad. So it increases by 15 seconds. And the reason why I want to do that is because the reason why I want to make it increase by 15 seconds and not double or increase by 30 seconds, because then he won't be able to upgrade his power as much. And 15 seconds is already a lot, but yeah. But he just, what? It's just going to be 1 second first. Now, I know I said because of the genes, it's going to be 30 seconds, but I want him to upgrade his power fast. Sorry, I had hiccups. So every time he uses his power, it goes up by 1 second now. I just want to change that so he can upgrade it way more, and he can just spam it way more. So it just upgrades way faster. And he uses it and it spams it, and then it goes from half a second, to him perceiving a second as half a second, and then a second being a second being a quarter of a second, and then the second being an eighth of a second, and it just keeps halving and halving to however it's going to be. I really don't know. I'm not going to keep track, but the second being 256 of a second. Now it just keeps halving and halving, and well, technically it keeps doubling, but you know what I mean, right? It just halves. What he perceives as time, it just halves over and over and over again. And since his power is it only starts at like 1 second, it just keeps you know bam, bam, spamming it. I know I said like when Minato hit him, he was invincible. Let's just say that happened for like 1 second, for plot convenience. But I'm just gonna change that. It was only 1 second. It was not 30 seconds because I'm changing it now. I'm gonna change that. But yeah, now I realized that he was angry for a little bit. And I said, okay, I just wanted to change that. You guys be like, but you said early on in the video that it was 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm changing that now, okay? But and Naruto realizes that the villagers and the ninjas are getting slower and slower, and he's able to analyze their faces and remember them. So he remembers everybody he sees. Remembers what their masks look like, their appearance, their body language. He remembers everything now because of the fact that time has slowed down so much. And he's also realizing that his body's feeling a little bit slower. Well, everything's feeling a little bit slower, except for his thought process. That's the only thing that's not feeling slower. And he's starting to realize that it just keeps feeling slower over and over again. And since what he perceives as time is slowed down, like I said, 256th of a second, right? So 256 seconds has gone by just now to what everybody else perceived as 1 second. So his power is just upgraded a bunch. Well, that didn't make sense, but you know what I mean, right? You know. So like 2 seconds went by to him, but everybody else felt like it was 1 second. It actually doubled. I'm so stupid. And then it was 4 seconds to him. Everybody else was 1 second, and it was 8 seconds. 1 second for everybody else. 16 seconds for everybody else. Not bad. 1 second for everybody else. 16 seconds for him. 256 seconds for him. 1 second for everybody else. His power just constantly upgrades over and over again. Never mind. My bad. I'm feeling stupid right now. Since, he basically has no cooldown. He stays in the mode forever until he turns it off. So he's starting to realize that since he's in the mode forever until he turns it off, it's permanently on until he turns it off. That's going to get annoying. You guys can be like, dang, shut up. We get it. Shut up. I'm rather laughing at something that seems a bit funny. But since he perceives time slower, his power perceives time slower. So for his power, it's been like 256 seconds, and like I said, his powers the length that Naruto can use his power also increases, but also does the way that the power. My bad, but since the powers. Dang it. Since Naruto perceives time slower, his powers perceives time slower, and since Naruto can use the power for longer, the power is being used longer, and the power technically perceives time as slower. So it continues to upgrade over and over again. So it's been 1 second for like everybody else, but for Naruto, it's been like an eternity, just staring backwards at them all, just looking back and just thinking, and just and while he's been thinking, Kurama actually has been starting to perceive time as slower too, and he's like, this kid has been staring here for like 100 years now. Jeez, we haven't moved a foot, an inch. Gosh, What the heck is going on? There's no way that this kid just stopped time or something. Then why is he able to move? What is going on? And it's Naruto's perception of time. It just slowed down so much. Now, I know this is actually not, Michael's power. I mean, his perception of time does slow down when he uses power, but, like I said, it's going to upgrade. So not only does his time limit that he can use the power upgrade, but his perception of time. So his perception of time, Naruto's perception of time, affects Kurama and the power's perception of time. So that's why it continues to upgrade. And it feels like it's been 100 years for Naruto. And his time limit, I don't even know what his time limit is now. Probably like a year. I really don't know. Okay, it's just a lot. Just know it's a lot. Okay, because they've been upgraded so much since the power's perception of time is the same as Naruto's and Kurama's now when they use the power. Oh, this part is a little bit longer than I had hoped it to be, but that's pretty good, I guess. Waste crack. And it's been like an eternity. And Naruto's, he's just starting to get bored. But he's been talking to Kurama for the eternity. It's like after a year passed, after what Naruto perceived as a year passed, he started to talk to Kurama. And he's learned from Kurama, so he's actually pretty smart now. He has the IQ of Haikage. Yeah, I know. Haikage IQ and God level reaction times, okay? He could probably react to Madara's beam casually. That Madara beam that Naruto and regular Shippuden reacted to and he got cut? It was a light beam. It was a light speed. So he reacted to it as a light speed. But in this what if Naruto is gonna react to it and it's gonna be nothing to him. That light beam is gonna be just, standing still practically to him. He's gonna be able to dodge it easily. Just casually, easily, and while having a full conversation with Kurama. So, yeah. And like I said, he's Kage level intelligence. He knows basically everything that's happened. He knows who his father, his mother is. He's even talked to them since, his perception of time has slowed down. Also, their perception of time has slowed down. So he's been able to talk to them and get some of their knowledge and learn a bit about them, So he knows his heritage. He knows he's a Namikaze. He knows his Uzumaki name comes from his mother. He knows everything. He knows who the Rokunai is. He knows that he might even be the reincarnation of... He knows that he might even... He knows that he's the reincarnation of Ashura. He's met Ashura. He's met Hagoromo. Yeah, he's met them. Okay? They train him a little bit in his mindscape. He's very intelligent. And he knows a lot of jutsus because of this. And you're like, but isn't this about GTA? Yes. And that's where the powers come into play. Now he can use the new ninjutsu techniques that he's learned along with his powers. So, he can think and react way quicker than anyone else can. So, he can, see that someone's trying to go one way, trying to trick him, and he can go the other way. Well, he can go that same way and get them. Or you can see that someone behind him, because his perception of time is so slowed down, soon enough, when he gets older, the more he uses the power, he's going to be able to move his body as fast as his perception of time. Okay? So let's say like a year goes by for him, and it's been 1 second for everybody else. He's going to be able to move that fast. So, I don't know how many seconds there is in a year. Hold on, let me search that up, actually. So, there's 31.5, well, like 31.6 million seconds in a year. He'll be 31.6 million times faster than them. As he is right now, a 12-year-old Naruto is 31, let's just round it up, 32 million times faster than he was before. And you guys know how fast Naruto was before. He could outrun Chunin. He's faster than 32 million Chunin combined right now. I mean, technically, he's not that fast, but he can react that fast as 32 million Chunin combined. So yeah. He can't move that fast yet. He'll be able to move that fast after he graduates from the academy. And by the time he graduates from the academy, he's going to be like billions of times faster than people. And be able to move at, basically teleportation speeds casually. Like his walking speed is going to be faster than teleportation speed. So, jeez. Him just strolling around the town might cause warp holes because of how fast he is, of his perception of time. What? Because of how fast he is going to be, and because of his perception of time, it's going to be so slowed down, and he's going to be so quick. He's going to be faster than his dad, even using the Flying Rajin. And the Flying Rajin is a technique that teleports. Bless you. He's going to be faster than teleportation. But I actually just wanted to get that over with. I know that's a very long part. I'm just talking and talking. So yeah, I'm sorry. And the next part, Naruto's going to get into some real combat. He's going to throw hands. But yeah, and this is only I said this is a 12-year-old Naruto. My bad. This is only a 4-year-old Naruto who can react as fast as 32 million Chunins combined. And as we speak, his ability is probably upgrading, so, yeah. How about we let his ability upgrade? And later on, we'll talk a bit more about his ability and how he uses it and what he's going to do with it. Well, that's how he uses it. You see why I'm probably retarded? Goodbye, guys. Well, not goodbye, but peace out, and have a jolly good day.